lessons, and the right schedule is right in our chat. The first one is a presentation by transport and delivery, and two opponents, goods and financial services. So please don't forget that you will have 30 minutes for your presentation. After that, each team will prepare only 3 questions, and we will start our debate stage. So I have seen that you have shared your screen and that everyone is ready to start it. So let's move, and don't forget that you'll have only half hour to present it. So let's go.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Today we are going to present you some information about YandexTaxi, and let me introduce this company. YandexTaxi is an international IT company that operates taxi aggregation and food tech businesses across Russia, CIS, Eastern Europe, Africa, and the Middle East. YandexTaxi was founded by Yandex NV, a Russian multinational that operates a search engine, an internet portal, and about 70 other online services in multiple countries. The company focuses on developing machine learning-based technologies. The YandexTaxi ride-hailing services operate in more than 1,000 cities, including 300 large cities across Russia, Belarus, Moldova, Armenia, Georgia, Kyrgyzstan, Kazakhstan, Uzbekistan, Latvia, Estonia, Lithuania, Serbia, and others. In the latter 4 countries, it operates under a brand called Yango. More than 700,000 drivers are connected to the network. Previous year, YandexTaxi was reportedly developing AI-infused proprietary hardware and software for its vehicles that monitors drivers' attention levels, as well as a facial recognition system that determines the identity of the person behind the wheel. YandexTaxi launched in Moscow, Russia in 2011. At the start of the project, it connected about 1,000 drivers from 11 taxi companies. The service was first introduced as a mobile app for Android and iOS, and the site was launched on 28 June in 2012. In 2012, YandexTaxi started charging a commission on rides booked through its service.
Vadim?
I would like to start, with the characteristic of the platform itself. YandexTaxi definitely assumes the B2C type. It assumes that individuals remain customers, but entrepreneurs act as suppliers. YandexTaxi is a commercial platform. This company is classified as a platform capitalist since we have a division of the company Yandex, which is managed democratically and also created an application to facilitate the sale of goods and services exclusively for commercial purposes. Next, please.
All right, so let's discuss access-based production and consumption. So we assume that YandexTaxi is an on-demand service platform because it includes activity from different transaction platforms, for example, payment or usage of other Yandex services like Yandex Delivery or Yandex Music while using YandexTaxi. Also, access to taxi service is cheap, satisfactory, convenient, and reliable. We also assume that YandexTaxi is a web-based organization because the platform itself operates as a web-based service provider, an app in our case. It is an access-based business because YandexTaxi does not own resources and assets that they provide access to. And it is a free access platform because it's open to new users. It's only required to download the app, register, and use the resources.
As for models of coordination, YandexTaxi mostly follows hierarchy model of coordination. So there is centralized pricing. So platform makes them itself. Standardized product, So all transportations are under rather strict standards and control over interactions. There are norms for drivers, and they should follow them. However, there are signs of a market model of coordination. That is to say that input, I mean trips, are mostly controlled by marks of customers. So it is an independent control of output. Equal and independent interaction. So every driver can accept or reject orders. However, there will be punishment if a driver misses too many orders. Let's move to levels of centralization. Well, functions of platform are, are highly centralized. So there is an offer of standardized product. Interactions between users are highly centralized too. So they are preceded and controlled by the platform. Level of standardization is medium centralized. So that means that every driver could use their own cars of different models. Trust is medium centralized. So trust is created by users, actually by their marks, and supported by platform. Output control is medium centralized, so platform operators participate in control of output. They're trying to monitor the quality of drivers' work. Economic perimeters of transactions are highly centralized, so prices are set by platform operators. Types of resources are medium centralized, so there are different segments with the same category. I mean, different types of cars and levels of comfort for customers are available. And finally, intrinsic model of payments to the platform is highly centralized too. That is because YandexTaxi takes commissions from their drivers. As a small conclusion of what I have said, YandexTaxi is mostly medium-high centralized company.
Now we'll proceed to privacy issues. Yeah, good. YandexTaxi takes care about confidentiality of personal data. That's why the user's number is hidden from the driver. Safety of payments complies with international standards developed by global payment systems such as Visa, MasterCard, and others. YandexTaxi does not require personal information like name, birth date, passport number. It only asks to use features of user's smartphone that will bring them a more enjoyable experience and maximize the quality of the service. The app automatically determines the current location to find a proper pickup point, and this information can come from GPS, known Wi Fi networks, or both. It's standard for iOS devices to notify the user when the app asks to do something that might be especially important. And these notifications let the user know how an app operates, like behind the scenes. Is it using the microphone, the camera, the location, and the user can always grant or refuse an app's permission to access those features. So privacy is manageable by the user themselves.
Let's talk about risks and advantages of this platform. The one of issue is a problem with personal data disclosure. Despite all guarantees that provided by the company, some cases may occur. Also, issues with payments to drivers. It's highly discussed topic. As automatic surgery rate, it may influence us on clients, customers, as well as on drivers. And price in advance is might be a problem when we compare this company to their competitors and legal sector of the market that provides the opportunity to pay after the provided service and also driver's conduct, estimated time of delivery and roads that may differ, that may be different from the real time, and driver's hours of work that is essential problem for whole industry. And obviously, this platform has a variety of advantages. Firstly, is variety of provided services. That is a special feature of this certain company, Yandex, that try to satisfy all customer needs with their variety of apps and services. And also, it was really improved thanks to the situation of pandemic that helps to find new way to provide service and find new needs of customers. And also simple system of canceling order is essential for this industry. Rating system for drivers and clients that help to build trust between clients and suppliers of service, and they have no limits in terms of location, because any driver from anywhere, if he or she had access to the internet and car, may apply to become a driver of this system and search for their clients, get applications. Also, there is a wide range of personal adjustments for clients to find the appropriate service and standardized price that makes this certain platform more attractive for customers.
Conclusion.
So, YandexTaxi is on-demand service platform. This type of platform is designed to deliver end-to-end service fulfilled by a network of independent service providers. Price, quality standards, and the fulfillment process are all set by the platform. The user typically has very little freedom, if at all, in selecting how the service will be delivered and by whom. The more service providers there are on the platform, the better the service availability, and as a result, the more users will be attracted to the platform. YandexTaxi measures availability in minutes. The availability needs to be predictable and aligned with the customer expectation for the particular type of service. Next slide, please. So YandexTaxi has the most percentage of the current market in most cities, and year by year the company is expanding, entering new countries. Also, YandexTaxi operates food tech arm, which includes Yandex Eats, Yandex Lavka, available from 2019 in the YandexTaxi app, and Yandex Chef. Also, Yandex has developed its own autonomous driverless car for use as taxis. So the customers of this platform can expect newer industries in which YandexTaxi will appear. So thank you very much for your attention. Do you have any questions?
Yeah, we have a lot of questions. Each team will have 3 questions. It's necessary. So team number Note number, Team Goods, please start your debate stage. Don't forget only 3 questions. And Team Transport and Delivery, thank you for the presentation. You will have 3 minutes for preparing your answers. And after the stage, I will tell you who is the winner of debates. So let's get started. Team Goods, you're welcome.
Our first question is how did the fact that YandexTaxi bought an Uber taxi in Russia affect the existing taxi market?
Так, ну, кто будет на это отвечать? Света, ты? Как ты? В общем, у нас есть какие-то идеи на этот счет? По-моему, же есть. Ау, ребят.
Да, там ведь в чате была информация. Сейчас, секунду.
Let us take 1 or 2 minutes, please. Да-да, в чате информация.
Сейчас, секунду.
Пако скидывал, если я не ошибаюсь. Просто кто захочет ответить, я, не очень знаком. А Света не может включиться в чат из-за преза. Света, ты нас слышишь? Ты сможешь ответить? Или Пако? Как вы?
Ну, в принципе, я могу ответить, но единственное, что... или Света может?
Сейчас узнаем.
Угу.
Ну, единственное, что?
Я не совсем готова про, как это изменило рынок такси, потому что я не совсем знакома с рынком такси в России. Вот, но какой-то комментарий можно дать.
Сейчас. Пако, а ты, если что? Давай, Нина.
Хорошо, я начну тогда, если кто-то может что-то еще придумает ответить, то подключайся.
Я вам сейчас, секунду, Нина, я в чат скидывал, мне Анжелика перекинула, там, сейчас еще раз кину, там структура рынка такси. У Светы...
Ну, там скорее как конкуренты.
Ну да, но типа если про структуру. Угу. Ну ладно, это позже. Ответишь, да?
Да.
Пака, если что, помогай. Я не очень в теме.
All right, so we're ready with the first answer. Could you please repeat the question one more time? It would be lovely. If it's possible.
Yes, how did the fact that YandexTaxi bought an Uber taxi in Russia affect the existing taxi market?
Okay, so YandexTaxi and Uber signed an agreement to merge their businesses and operations in several countries, not only Russia, but Armenia, Belarus, Azerbaijan, Georgia, Kazakhstan as well. And they both invested a pretty solid amount of money into this new structure. And we can say that this investment really boosted the market of taxi, because we know that Yandex has some other competing companies, let's say, like Viziot, Maxim, Get, City Mobile, and other platforms that deliver transport services. And we can say that this emerge of Yandex and Uber only strengthened the positions of Yandex in the market, as for the name and reputation, we can say, as well as for financial resources that they now both have. So yeah, that would be our answer.
Yes, thank you. Then the second question that is related to the first. If YandexTaxi buys other companies, then it want to be a monopolist. And how will the monopolization of this type of service affect customers?
Okay, we'll think a little bit and we'll come back with an answer.
Так, оказывается, Пака что-то говорил. Мы его что-то не слышали. Пака, скажи что-нибудь доброе.
Но, может быть, просто какие-то проблемы, и, не знаю, можно... Нет, мы не слышим тебя, к
Нет.
сожалению.
Ну, ладно, такое бывает, тогда пиши в чатик. Ну что, Нина, тогда давай с тобой. Кстати, где Вадим?
Ну, ладно, неважно.
Я тут.
Все, классно.
Надо сказать про монопольную службу, просто федеральную нашу, мне кажется, и все. Ну, типа, а у него вопрос, как это повлияло на покупателей?
Посмотри,
как это повлияет? Повышение цены и все, типа. Но у нас нет монополии, потому что у нас дофига и от ВК, и от Яндекса, и от этой всякой ерунды. Скорее, олигополия.
Ну, безусловно, повысилась бы цена, да, и что еще? Возможно, понизилось бы качество услуг, вот. Но этого не произойдет, потому что, ну, типа, антимонопольная служба. Типа, YandexTaxi это не РЖД, поэтому это так не работает, наверное. Вот. Кто сможет это так сформулировать красиво?
В принципе, можно попробовать.
Вадим, не хочешь? Substitute.
Ну, го, я могу, в принципе.
Давай. Ну, в целом,
Давай.
вот такая идея. Типа, о влиянии, но это в любом случае не случится. Угу. Давай.
So, our team think that YandexTaxi nowadays in our country, it is not a monopoly. So, if we will create some situation when the YandexTaxi will be the monopoly, will have the monopoly, we think that the price will be higher, and I think that the negative some issue and opinion of people will be more. But nowadays in Russia we have some oligopoly, I suppose, because Vkontakte have taxi services, Yandex, I don't know, Uber, and other. So they think that nowadays we don't have monopoly. So that's all.
We can also add a little bit that the Federal Anti-Monopoly, if it's called like that, Federal Anti-Monopoly Service will not allow to do that, to have only one taxi service.
Okay, thank you very much for your opinion. One more question in terms of safeness. What do you think, what tools do YandexTaxi uses to detect potentially dangerous drivers or passengers, if there are any?
So I can answer this question. Do you hear me?
Yeah.
Someone? Okay. So Yandex uses telematic data to monitor drivers' behavior on roads and may suspend drivers who display erratic or aggressive behavior. And also to ensure safety for passengers and drivers, YandexTaxi controls the amount of time drivers can spend working. So after several hours of continuous work, they stop receiving orders until they have enough rest. You know, some time for work and some hours to have a rest. The company is developing an attention control system to decrease the number of road accidents caused by human factors. And the artificial intelligence system look at such factors as blinking and yawning to detect when a driver is tired or distracted. And also, Yandex uses a remote quality check system to ensure its drivers' vehicles meet quality standards. These include damage-free exteriors, clean empty trunks, and available child safety seats if the driver is authorized to accept ride requests with children. So, and after drivers are regularly asked to take photos of their vehicles and upload them through the YandexTaxi app. And after that,
Something with your micro. We can't hear you anymore.
for now.
Now we can.
Okay, so the issue is that there is several steps to ensure the safety of passengers and drivers too.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you for your question. I will add that, of course, the question were very interesting, but I will think that you have to work with it more deep for, yeah, just for example, the first and the second question about general the Yandex privacy and the Yandex collaboration with our government. And if you ask the second question about the situation with the Uber and about the monopolization of the sphere, you will think about the further steps. So the digital platform means that you will have an equal opportunity for clients, therefore the customers and the firms, for drivers in this platform. But there are a lot of negative feedbacks from the drivers that the Yandex with Uber has the very high level of the very high part of this market, and it allows them to control all the system and control all the market, and makes all conditionals not so good as general if there are a lot of firms on this market. So we know that the monopolization is very bad for economy, but we always talking about the general situation, not about the digital sphere. But now we are looking that to the situation of increasing the part of the Yandex and Uber and team number transport and delivery. Please offer, if you understand my question, offer a few steps for the government or for the society how to control the situation of monopolization of the sphere, and what have to do for the government, for society, for us in this case, that if someone controls the sphere a lot, and of course it leads to decreasing the quality of this platform and decreasing the level of services in this platform. So what should we do in this case if we understand that the part of Yandex and Uber in this sphere increase rapidly and we can't control it further? So please offer just a few steps for government and for society.
Okay, give us a minute.
Yeah, of course.
Ну, что-то не имется. Ладно, так. Типа, что надо сделать, если Яндекс или Uber получают монопольную власть. Но что сделать надо? Первое, позвонить в антимонопольный комитет, сказать, типа, вот у нас новое РЖД.
Ну да, и потом следить за контролем, вернее, за качеством услуг. Ну, то есть, если мы допускаем, что Яндекс.Такси становится новым РЖД, то необходимо убедиться в том, что их услуги действительно качественные для того, чтобы они одни на рынке существовали.
Мало того, что качественные, так еще и с нормальной ценой.
Ну, само собой, да.
Кстати, знаете еще, как боролись с монополией РЖД? Ну, в общем, там было крайне забавно, типа, что РЖД, антимонопольный комитет, разбил на несколько мелких компаний, ну, типа, по филиалам. Вот. И, ну, специально, чтобы...
Филиал Яндекс.Такси.
Ну, типа того, чтобы поломать единую структуру, то есть, чтобы не было, ну, такой сильной кооперации, то есть, чтобы монопольную власть понизить. Именно поэтому сейчас в РЖД такой бардак. Потому что, ну, как бы они не понимают, ну, как бы, чему следовать, кого слушать и так далее. Вот.
Ну, это может быть... Ну да, наверное, хорошая. Вот, да, децентрализация света написал. А насчет бойкотировать сервис, ну, мне кажется, людям все равно нужно будет где-то использовать такси, и это такая вымышленная ситуация, когда просто мы представили, что у нас остался только Яндекс.Такси и захватил рынок. Может быть, бойкотировать не стоит.
А как будет бойкотировать на английском, кто знает?
Мне кажется, как-то так и будет.
Байко. Ой, я нашел слово. Бойкот. Окей.
Тогда попробуешь ответить?
Yeah, let me try.
Ну, если что, мы подскажем.
Сейчас, окей. Так, еще раз сформулировать. То есть, что нужно сделать? Decentralization, maybe social boycotting.
Ну, social
Support.
boycotting — это типа крайний вариант.
Ну да, типа, как это, government support for other services and government control over quality and prices. Okay, I'll try. Okay, we're ready. So, the question was, what should we do if a platform like Yandex or Uber will control a big part of market? So, it will be a monopoly. We believe that there are several steps in that case. First of them will be some government measures. For example, government could decentralize the platform, like our government did with our railroads, Russian railroads. Okay, and also government could financially supply other services. I know alternative services, and of course, government should control the quality of the platform's product and the prices of the platform. And I know, as the last shelter, maybe society should boycott this platform if nothing helps dealing with it. So that is our answer.
That's great. Well, thank you. The second team, financial service, you're welcome with your questions.
Hello, everyone.
for your presentation. It was very interesting. Okay, we have only 3 questions, and the first is Yandex is now a rapidly growing company that we meet in all areas of our life. But if we now consider a taxi, what market shares does it occupy? All.
Okay, give us a couple minutes.
Of course.
Так, сейчас я вам этот вопрос кидал, верно? И сейчас я скину еще на него картинку. Еще раз. Так, вот картинка. Посмотрите. То есть, по факту...
Ведь там про, короче, про share от всего рынка, разве нет? Или от рынка такси они спрашивают?
От рынка такси они спрашивают.
Все хорошо тогда.
Вот, и там, ну, как бы, вот, если по диаграммке, да, типа, ну, не знаю, наверное, надо взять легальный сегмент, типа, что 40% это, ну, какие-то левые такси, 27% Яндекс такси, 12% везет, потом Максим, 5% Get и еще какие-то другие агрегаторы. Вот.
Ребят, это не market share, по-моему.
Почему?
Она market share спросила, мне просто
Да.
плохой звук был
Да.
от нее.
А я скинул
Market share,
вопросы.
он считается по их доходам прибыли. Он не по... Ну, не так считается.
Ну, а мне кажется, диаграммка толковая, нет?
Ну, сейчас я точно чекну просто.
Ну, посмотри, да. Сейчас глянем, не знаю.
Вот, есть статисты, данные сейчас. Окей, если смотреть именно market share по какому-то сайту, 63%. Совпадает с той диаграммой, которая там?
63% в принципе? Или нет?
В смысле?
В смысле, от всех такси?
От всех.
А вот у меня не так.
Ну, потому что я думаю, это немного разные данные. Если мы говорим именно про market share, это скорее вот будет здесь. Что еще раз? Как там заголовок?
Доля игроков.
20-й год. Я 20-й год смотрю.
Слушай, ну тогда давай ты скажешь. У тебя, видимо, новые данные. У нас старые. Типа, а в 16-м году вообще половина была за Максимом. Поэтому...
Окей.
Скажешь, да?
Okay.
Угу.
Okay, according to one statistical source, we can say that YandexTaxi get market share about 63%. 60%. So the most part of market.
Okay.
Включай, пожалуйста, микро в Skype.
For your answer.
Okay. As far as we know, Yandex taxis are now quite widespread in Russia, and the number of the cars on the roads of St. Petersburg is growing rapidly. Are these the same cars owned by taxis, or does Yandex rent them?
The situation is YandexTaxi have system where you may apply for being driver of YandexTaxi with your own car, and also so you can fill the application and get the car from YandexTaxi. There would be a different system of payment, but it's still possible option. There is a form on the YandexTaxi site where you can see the details about it.
Okay.
And the last question.
As far as we know, YandexTaxi is one of the most affordable and cheapest taxis in the country. Does this somehow affect their efficiency? And do they make any profit from this?
Okay, 1 or 2 minutes, please. А меня не слышно. Я опять говорю с выключенным микро. Я молодец. Сейчас меня слышно, ребят?
Получается,
Да.
получается, что
Мгм.
типа чем дешевле и доступнее, тем они известнее, у них про них очень много знают. И
Да,
ими
у них
интересуются.
репутация неплохая, поэтому.
Это можно сказать, а еще можно дополнить. Сейчас я вам еще раз перекину. Типа, как это, сухая статистика, что чистая прибыль у них 813 миллионов рублей.
Ну, нет, это ни о чем не говорит на самом деле, потому что, ну, это могут быть большие цифры, но это важно смотреть относительно всего остального. То есть...
Ну, окей.
Они в воздухе, поэтому...
Сейчас.
Нет, я думаю, тут важно сказать, что эта прибыль достигается, это ситуация того, что у них низкие цены, и она достигается за счет самой функции платформы, то есть у них минимальные затраты, и поэтому для них это не так значительно, что у них низкие цены. Ну, то есть им не нужно делать большую накрутку, чтобы покрывать свои затраты.
Типа из-за того, что они
Потому что
платформа?
просто сервис, у них минимальные затраты в этом плане.
Согласен.
Ну, я имею в виду просто платформу, да. Вот.
Кстати,
То есть,
еще...
по-моему, Максим, насколько я знаю, это именно больше парковое такси, то есть именно с таксопарком. Соответственно, у них гораздо более большие объемы затрат и меньшая возможность привлекать водителей.
Логично.
Вот.
Кстати...
И еще плюс,
Да,
прости, я последнее скажу, им надо меньше затрачивать на привлечение кастомеров, потому что у них много именно своих ресурсов, каналов связи с потенциальной аудиторией, свой браузер, другие приложения, через которыми могут себя рекламировать.
Ну да, типа, когда вы уже почти как экосистема, типа... Хотя это, наверное, уже есть экосистема Яндекс. Ну, как Сбер. Нет?
Ну да, можно более-менее так сказать. Я думаю, Яндекс даже глобальнее, чем Сбер в каком-то смысле.
Да.
Вот.
Я еще, я не зря же цифры-то, нашел. Я хотел, типа, сказать, что можно упомянуть, что, типа, их себестоимость за последние несколько кварталов, ну, ладно, за последний год выросла на 78%. Это так.
Давай ты скажешь...
Да.
Давай ты скажешь про цифры, а потом я продолжу.
Да, давай. Revenue, net profit. Okay. So, I'll start. Their revenue was 71.6 billions of rubles in the just last year, and their net profit was 813 million rubles. So they are doing well. Moreover, the cost of the company itself is now about 32 billion rubles, and it has increased by 80% last year. So numbers are pretty good.
Also, we can add that the cost of production of like providing service for the Yandex not so big as maybe for other companies, so they don't have like the need to cover it by higher commissions because they already have a lot of channels to attract customers, their own browser, other apps and services that they provide can make advertisement for their service of taxi. Also, they have, during launching this system of taxi service, of taxi platform, they already have the channels to attract necessary laborers, necessary labor and workers with IT skills and other skills, and also they like have a prepared reputation that essential for marketing and also because they can like involve in their system new drivers without providing car and other material supplements. They may work with also lower costs in compare with such services as Maxim, for example. So it makes the situation like work and overall.
Okay, I got it. Thanks.
Yeah, thank you very much. Thank you for your question and for your answer. I think that, of course, the winner of these debates is the transport and delivery, the presented team. And you have a great presentation, but of course you are really lucky guys because the transport and delivery is the best choice of platforms. And exactly, there are a lot of examples, very transparent for us, examples of platforms that works in this area. So just the very quick question for me is the end of our seminar. Could you please highlight two or three main factors why there are so many examples of absolutely clear, transparent platforms in this area, transport and delivery, and if we comparing with the other fields such as financial services or a lot of others. So why the transport and delivery is so possible for platforms to start work here and to be successful? Just two or three factors as you suggest.
Okay, several minutes, please.
I will ask you not to think a lot about it. Maybe you will tell me what you think right now because you have got your scores, and this is this is the question to think together and to find many a few important points for preparing the further presentation and to understand the nature of platforms, nature of this type of digitalization. Yeah, please tell me your ideas
Вопрос
right now without any discussion inside your team.
про то, почему, ну, как бы, транспорт так много платформ в отличие от остальных.
Maybe it like in the core this service it's has clear task first of all. Like if we talk about the client's task for the like service, it's like clear. We have the location, the time, and like maybe like amount of goods or like the number of people who will ride, so on. So the task is clear and don't need the preparation and the like formulation of it. It's like really simple and communication may be based on like really simple adjustments, and it may be standardized in the easy form of like 3 or 4 points, and it's really easy to establish such system. And it's like based on like simple dialect, so it's not requires a lot of proofs from both sides.
Yeah, right.
Moreover, I believe that transport is the ideal, subject for sharing economy. So the car is rather expensive, tool, thin, and many people wants to use it, but not many people can afford it. So an easy and comfortable for user platform which grants a good opportunity for mobility is as Svetlana has said, is simple, useful, and profitable. So that is why there are so many platforms.
Also, it reduced this situation reduced costs for maintain the car and gives rights to drive and so on. So it's like cover all this problem.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. I will add that and highlight according to my ideas that according to the rules of the economy, there are a few main points, a few main points of this success. The first of all is a very wide customers base, because all of us used to use a taxi, and it is very simple product without very difficult expectations, with very simple goals, and it is very simple and quick to use it and to produce it. And the second one is not so high barriers from the government, from the regulation system. If we compare it with this with the financial sources, for example, we'll understand that to buy any to be a participant of the IPO is quite more difficult than to use the taxi. And of course, the regulation issue is one of the most important in this case. And the government don't build a strong barrier for customers and for firms in this market, and it allows them to be a participant of this market and to be successful in that. So two main points, two main ideas. Not very high barrier from the government, from the regulation system. The second one is the very simple product with the wide customers base. So I think that's all on the seminar. Thank you very much. We will have the second one in 1 p.m. I don't stop this Zoom session, and you will add to this time at this time, and or don't exit it according as you will. So thank you very much, and we're waiting at 1 p.m. The presentation from the Goods team. Thank you.
Thank you very
Okay,
much.
Thank you.
thank you. Ну что, все молодцы. Спасибо большое за командную работу.
Да, хорошо поработали, спасибо.
Ну все. Видимо, дальше мы уже только будем задавать вопросы, верно?
Ну да,
А мы
но
не
не сегодня,
должны
судя по всему.
ничего писать, ведь никаких там репортов, да?
Да, нужно отправлять презентацию. Если нужно, я себе сейчас самую последнюю версию скину.
Да, было бы здорово, если бы ты
Окей.
скинула презу.
Окей, я сейчас скину.
Так сказать, на память. Мы, сейчас я вам перекину табличку. Мы, по-моему, с 17 числа, посмотрите. Да. Мы с 17 числа оппонируем, то есть на
Окей.
последнем семинаре. Ну все. Ага. Презу скинешь, да?
Да, вот сейчас, прямо сейчас скидываю.
Да, окей.
Все, это последняя версия.
Все. Great. See you guys. Bye.
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 See ya.